The 32nd board has been up now for some time. Mikel Pichon from Team Suzuki, Ezra Lusk, his first semifinal of the year. Lance Smale, who was on a 4-stroke here last year. The crowd went crazy. He almost qualified. Almost became the first 4-stroke to qualify for a Supercross race. Third in the LCQ. Damon Huffman is also there. Timmy Ferry, Robbie Staggs, and we are off for semifinal number 1. Number 16, Mikel Pichon to the inside. Tim Ferry, number 22. Number 3 to the outside is Ezra Lusk. Lusk making sure of things here, trying to take the lead immediately away from Timmy Ferry.
Ferry had an opportunity to go in there and just take that line away from Lusk, but decided, you know, why mix things up? Lusk isn't that easy to push around.
So Ezra Lusk and Ferry on the Nolene Yamaha. Right behind him, and Mikel Pichon with Damon Huffman. The top 5, remember, go to the main event out of this semifinal round. The guy on the bubble is Ryan Terlecki.
Ezra Lusk, no doubt, be a little bit more careful in this race than in that first one.
And Timmy Ferry to the inside. Tim Ferry moves into the lead on Ezra Lusk.
That's the section where Lusk encountered his problems getting together with Emick. Maybe being a little bit too cautious, allowing Ferry to get around.
5 laps to go here in the semifinal round, and each semifinal is 6 laps long.
Watch Lusk's timing through this whoop section. He jumps all those bumps.
Oh, my goodness. 3 hippity hops, and Ezra Lusk retakes the lead.
Looks over at Ferry like, okay, that's how you go through there fast. Ferry will learn, riding good in all these qualifiers. Getting a lot of experience his first year on 250.
Pretty well defined right now. First, second, third, and fourth. Fifth might be the only one undecided, but anything can happen, as we found out in the heat races. Riders will go down on this track. Ferry almost jumped off the track, getting, I think, ticked behind by Pichon. Pichon moving into second place. So it says for Lusk, Mikel Pichon out of France. Tim Ferry battling it out with Huffman for third.
Well, since practice, as Huffman puts a beautiful block pass on Ferry. Ferry getting just swallowed up by the 3 favorites in this semi, but he's still in a good qualifying position to the main event. That's what's most important. Get to the main and then get your experience.
Ezra Lusk is really pleased with his results so far, but he told us there is still a lot to learn on his climb up the hill.
Well, I've always thought I had really good Supercross skills, but it just kind of, there's a lot of little stuff that you have to put together to make, you know, the step that I've made. I've gotten 2/3 in the past 2 years, but it's still a bigger step to go to number 1. And, you know, that's I can see it's going to be a long road, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to learn this year as I go. But I'm really ready, and I'm really, really willing to do what I have to do.
It's Ezra Lusk, still way out in front. The race to the checkers in our first semifinal when we get back. It's Lusk, Pichon, Huffman, the top 3 in our semifinal round with Ferry and Terlecki.
Watch the timing of Damon Huffman, number 15. You see just to the left, he jumps into that whoop section. He's got great timing through there. Anytime you can hop a lot of those bumps like that, just take 2 or 3 hops. Saves a lot of energy. The track is so much different for these guys in the semi now. It's been beat up. The soft soil here changes every lap.
Our Suzuki Field summary, you see it there, is the order of things. Top 5, whoa, going down is Pichon.
Got on the gas a little too early right there. The back wheel wasn't quite into that rut. Spun right out over the top. Only drops a couple of positions.
And he goes down again.
I was about to say, he still looks good getting into the main, but not now. Watch Pichon, number 16 in the yellow. That back wheel just not quite in the rut. He got on the gas just a little too early, getting over that little hump, washed right out. And then he went down again. Concentration. Once you go down like that, it's so hard to get it back.
Trying to get up before he had a good opportunity, so it is now Lusk, Huffman, and Ferry.
Lusk taking his time to get the track dialed in. You got to go to the semi. You might as well make it work for you. Probably make a couple little changes to the bike. I don't think he's too worried about his fitness. I know this guy's in great shape. Everyone I've talked to, I talked to Johnny O'Mara, who's training with him, Jeff Stanton. They all have a lot of confidence in his ability. And whoa, Ryder blowing away the hay bale there. But Ezra got a lot of confidence being able to go 20 laps as hard as he can. And I look back to last week, him catching Jeremy. I think fitness may have made a big difference there.
Ezra's got another look at the track here, having to go to the semifinal round as we take a look at Damon Huffman in second place. Ferry's in third. Smale and Terlicki fourth and fifth. Now, Smale is from Federal Way of Washington. Terlicki is also from the Pacific Northwest. It is the final lap for Ezra Lusk.
See Huffman, great timing through that section. These guys are getting a little advantage. The guys from the heat race being able to hop through that section. The whoop sections this year are really making a difference. Everyone's able to get over the obstacles pretty much the same, but the whoop sections are really separating these guys, and they're getting some extra time on the track right now.
Huffman is being very careful. I think he'd like to pass Lusk, but he's picking his spot. Here comes Huffman. Huffman to the inside. Can he get around Ezra Lusk in the final few turns? Lusk with good positioning. 56,018 fans as here comes Damon Huffman through the whoops. Goes to the outside. He cuts in. Huffman the winner. Oh, my goodness gracious. Ezra Lusk, a close second in our semifinal round. The crowd coming alive as two Pacific Northwest favorites will also qualify the top 5 out of our semifinals, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back as we take a look at the pass and the finish of our semifinal round, and from that angle it tells a little bit different story. A photo finish, and the AMA says Ezra Lusk has taken the inch-by-inch advantage here in this first semifinal. Right there, Ezra Lusk, you see him. That's the angle we originally had. The other angle looked more like Ezra Lusk as we go now to Davey Coombs. Davey.
Okay, guys, that was a photo finish. Yogi, did you think you had it?
Well, I didn't know. I guess, you know, I really didn't know anyone was that close to me. I wasn't really looking back, and I was kind of looking at some different lines, and he snuck up on me. I was quite surprised.
All right, well, tell us about this. Did you see anything new that you can use in the final?
Yeah, the last lap and the lap I just rode around a little bit and looked at the track. I see some things that might help me out.
All right. Well, I know that you usually transfer directly. Do you think that that was a good thing tonight? We've had Jeff Emig not qualifying directly. He says it helps him. Did that help you tonight?
Tonight I think it definitely did because of all the ruts. I just, you know, I was looking around a lot and I wasn't really going a lot real fast, checking to make fast laps. I was just looking a lot.